I'm Rhi from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and to my monthly favourites video. Yes, these are a few of my favourite things in May 2021. So if you are new around here, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. I do a monthly favourites video every month, as well as lots of organisation content, vlogs, speed cleans, hauls, shop with me's, all that kind of thing. I hope you will love it. So our first category, fashion and beauty. I was really hoping to say that in May I've been loving my flip-flops and my summer dresses. I even did a wardrobe switchover, and then the weather was just a bit for most of May. So what I've really been living in, I have switched over to short-sleeved t-shirts because I put all my long-sleeve ones away in that very ambitious wardrobe switchover video. But short-sleeve t-shirts, I've been living in these jeans. I did buy myself a new pair of Next jeans. I do have quite a lot of pairs of Next jeans, most of which have got a slight hole in the knee. Does anyone else find that one of their knees goes just here? It's actually this one with me. My left knee, I always end up with a hole in my left knee. I must go down on my left knee before my right knee or something. Anyway, I bought myself a new pair of jeans. I've been kind of living in those. Still very excited for flip-flops and summer dresses, but we're not there yet. Instead, if you follow me over on Instagram, you will have seen me wear this little jacket quite a lot. I feel like this is a good stick over the top jacket when the weather is kind enough to be dry. I found the weather here in Wales has been absolutely bonkers. I have been freezing cold and boiling hot and needing sort of snow boots and sunscreen all within the same day. But on times where it's been the kind of warmer end of the weather, I've been throwing this on. This is a Joules jersey blazer that I bought a few years ago, and it's just a really good chuck over the top. So I've been kind of loving that I've dug out. The other thing I've been wearing a lot are these little trainer things. I bought these at the end of last year, but I believe you can still get them. I'm not sure if they still do this exact blazer, but I will see if I can find a link to something similar. But these have been a really good kind of in-betweeny school run shoe. I've been in wellies all through the winter because the weather has just been that stinking. But on the days where it's been dryish, but we're not quite there for flip-flops, can you tell I'm really excited for flip-flops? Because let's face it, it's just less to do, isn't it? You don't need socks, you just chuck them on and go. But for now, I've been wearing these with kind of trainer liners. This has kind of been my mummy uniform for now. Short sleeve t-shirts, this jersey blazer thing, and these trainers. I've also been wearing a lot of sweatshirts to throw over the top of things when I've been freezing cold. Because like I said, the weather has been like this. Beauty product wise, I've been keeping it really simple this month. I've just been using the White Pot of Nivea moisturiser cream. I've not switched over to like a summery SPF moisturiser yet. Hopefully in June I'm gonna have to do that. But for now, it's just been a case of keeping my skin moisturised, and that one I found is a bit of an old faithful, and I'm kind of sticking with that for now because my skin is quite painfully dry. The other thing I have been having this month, because obviously it's allowed again now, I have been having individual eyelash extensions. This just means that when I wake up in the morning, I barely need to do anything else. I can put a little bit of foundation on if I want to, but some days I just don't bother. I moisturise and go. So I've still been wearing the magnetic lashes that you've heard me talk about over and over before. In between, if I've needed infills or haven't had an appointment yet, I find with what I do, especially since I'm talking on camera all times of the day and leading into the evening and things, then having these eyelash extensions, which I used to have all the time before lockdown, have been a real treat. So I've been really enjoying that. On to kids and family, and it's just been all things Disney. If you have seen my new Mummy of 4 Does Disney Instagram and YouTube, you will know that we have booked to go on a Disney Magic at Sea UK staycation this summer. So I've started that totally separate Disney channel so I can geek out with all things Disney over there. So this channel is staying exactly the same, but if you are into Disney, I'd love it if you would join me over there too. But when it comes to kids and family, basically the children who are so excited to go have just been binging Disney Plus and enjoying all of the Disney excitement. So I'm not going to harp on about the Disney too much here because like I said, that is for my other channel, but do go and subscribe over there if you're interested in what we are doing when it comes to Disney. Home and organisation. Now we have, so in May, we have ventured into staycations again. I know, so exciting. If you saw my Amazon travel essentials and my pack with me video, you'll know it's all about packing cubes again. I love packing cubes so much. They are so helpful. I love them for sorting out my clothes, which I did in my organizing my winter to summer, slightly prematurely perhaps, wardrobe switchover, and now obviously in our actual packing to go places. So if you have not invested in some packing cubes yet, you need some in your life, guys. You just need some in your life, because it's just so much easier to store things when they are organized into little sections. Much as I have baskets in my kitchen to organize the cupboards, packing cubes organize the inside of cases or under my bed so that things are in little sections, easy to find things. So packing cubes are not new, but something that I have been able to use in a way in which they're intended actually for packing this month, and I've really enjoyed that. I have also invested in some new suitcases. The suitcases come under organization and home. They come for traveling from home, so I'm shoving them in here anyway. I do absolutely love these suitcases. I have got a separate video where I kind of reviewed all of those, but so far I've been really pleased with those, so I'm going to pop those in as favorites for this month. Food and drink. My favorites are pretty similar. If you saw my routine video, you will know I still have a burst drink every single morning when I wake up, and I have at least one mid-morning, if not potentially one more after that as well. And then I always have a burst drink, generally a gin and tonic flavour or potentially a pina colada flavour every evening. So even if I'm going to have a glass of wine, I have one of those multivitamin burst drinks as well to ensure that I'm staying hydrated. So I'm not feeling really groggy and disgusting from being dehydrated, even if I'm having a glass of wine. And on my non-wine nights, on my school nights where I'm being a good girl, I just have one of those that kind of like a non-alcoholic mocktail. So I'm still really into those. That hasn't changed. I'm still loving the Fry's chocolate bars. Love those. The biggest difference with food and drink, to be honest, has been that we've been able to eat out, which has been bliss. So I'm gonna go with my favorite food and drink. It's stuff that I've not had to buy or cook in our home. Yes, I don't do all the cooking. My husband and I do share that, especially now I'm working so much, but I still do all the grocery shopping and meal planning. So going to a restaurant and being able to just choose from a menu and not have to worry about it all has been bliss. So eating out has definitely made it into my May favourites for food and drink. On to entertainment with TV and books. So the film that I've really enjoyed, I guess maybe this belonged in Kids and Family, but we're gonna put it here, is Enchanted. I hadn't seen Enchanted until this month, I know. The reason this may shock you is because Patrick Dempsey is in it. And if you've been following me for a while, you will know that Patrick Dempsey is wonderful and I adore him. So he was in Enchanted and I never knew and I didn't watch it. I mean, I would have watched it immediately if anyone had just told me Patrick Dempsey's in Enchanted. The reason Enchanted was brought to my attention is that Patrick Dempsey and Amy Adams are currently in Ireland filming for Disenchanted, which is the sequel to Enchanted, which was actually filmed back in 2007, I think. Was it filmed that long ago? And I only saw it this month. I know. So really enjoyed that film. It was kind of a good family film, but really quite funny, where some fairy tale characters accidentally got sent to the real world. Very entertaining, and obviously Patrick Dempsey was gorgeous in it. Now, this wasn't on Disney Plus. I did buy it on iTunes. I had so many people asking me, where have you found Enchanted on streaming? Because I've been looking for it. I did just buy it on iTunes because I figured my children will watch it again and again anyway, because it's full of songs and things. So that has been an entertainment / family favourite for me. Other things I have been enjoying, my husband and I are still working our way through Once Upon a Time. Don't judge me, it's not going to be a show for everybody, but I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of like Lost, where they zoom back and forth. I know Once Upon a Time was also in my April favourites, but that's because there are so many episodes. We've not finished watching it yet. I'm also rewatching Grey's Anatomy. Now, I started watching Grey's Anatomy when my eldest was really tiny and I used to watch it when I was feeding him in the middle of the night when he was newborn. It is that long that it has been going on for because my eldest is now 60. So I have been rewatching it. I always like to have a series that I can stick on in the background when I'm kind of doing stuff, and it's boring stuff. So some bits of my job, and in case you don't know, I do this full time. I have got a video where I've answered all the questions about YouTube and what I do and things, so check that out if you haven't seen that yet. So some of the jobs I have to do within my job, like, I don't know, graphic designy stuff or things like that, I can do while having something on in the background. A lot of the stuff I can't. If I'm writing or editing, I have to have focus. silence, don't distract me. But for things like graphic design and things, so I'm doing thumbnails or whatever like that, I like to have something on in the background. And Grey's Anatomy is like a comfy, cozy blanket. I have rewatched it, I can't tell you how many times, but I am in the process of rewatching that as my while I'm doing stuff to keep me entertained and keep me company like an old friend kind of show. If you have not watched Grey's Anatomy yet, please go and watch it immediately. It is amazing, as is everything ever made by Shonda Rhimes actually. But Grey's Anatomy is probably my favourite show of all time, and most of the seasons, I think the first 16 seasons, are all on Disney+. The other show that I have been watching, I've watched a few episodes of when my husband's not around, but I want to watch something to be a little more engaged in, but I don't want to watch Once Upon a Time without him because that would be rude, is The Resident. So that is really, really good. It's got the girl in it that was in that show about Revenge, actually called Revenge. She was in Revenge, so she's really good. And considering I'm probably quite a squeamish person, I really like medical dramas, but The Resident, so far I've been enjoying it, and I found that on Disney Plus too. On to books, and I have been re-listening to Shonda Rhimes' The Year of Yes. Now, touched on this briefly, Shonda Rhimes is a goddess. She's created some of my favourite shows of all time, including Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, to name a few. She produced Bridgerton. She is amazing. Now, her book, The Year of Yes, I would strongly suggest that you listen to it as opposed to read it because she reads it herself. And I love a book read by the author. Now, if you do watch Grey's Anatomy, Shonda Rhimes sounds exactly like Miranda Bailey in her book. I mean, more to the point, Miranda Bailey probably sounds like Shonda Rhimes. To us, we know Miranda Bailey really, really well. You will hear Miranda in Shonda's book, and she's so inspirational. She is so motivational, and she's so darn funny. Honestly, it is such an uplifting book. It is such a good listen. But please, please download it and listen to it on Audible. There is a link below. You can get one free Audible book if you join up, and you get to keep that even if you cancel, so there is no obligation at all. If you're going to use up your book token for this month, make it Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes. You can thank me later. It's amazing. And the book I have been reading, I mean, I haven't done a lot of reading in May, I must admit. I've been so exhausted and kind of been the candle at both ends a little bit that by the time I go up to bed to read, I manage about a page and then I have to go to sleep. But I've been reading the second Bridgerton book, The Viscount Who Loved Me, and I've been really enjoying it, and I'm adamant I need to get through this book before they make the next series of Bridgerton. I think that's coming to us next year, so I've got a little bit of time yet, but the rate I'm reading, it might actually be a challenge to get through it. So what have been your favourite things in May? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Videos you may enjoy are all around me. I shall see you beautiful people very soon. Mwah. Bye!